So obviously, your life is a very interesting story, right? I think it's very interesting, and I think it's a great example of the American dream. Working your way up. So, how do you think your upbringing affected your view on economic issues, such as poverty and welfare?
Well, what it did is it formed. Having been grown up in it, I understood it. I was part of it. I mean, I remember at 7, 8 years old, I'd have to go to the surplus store and pick up the dried milk and the cheese and the surplus that was given from I believe it was the military who was giving it to states, and states would distribute it to the poor. So I guess it set the foundation early. I started working very early. I was about 9 years old, my first job, and I've worked ever since. And so what I did is it gave me a sense of responsibility on finances. That you've got to be conservative, otherwise you're going to go without meal.
Do you still share the same types of mentalities as you would have back then, or have life experiences and different economic opportunities shifted your mentality on really anything?
No, I don't believe my mentalities change. I believe a society has to have a very, very strong social network and a safety net for those who cannot. And I honestly believe that the safety net includes people with intellectual disabilities, the elderly, and certainly those who cannot take care of themselves and that are stuck in poverty. And I do believe, however, that poverty can become a way of life and a structure. So you have to want to get out, and you have to work to get out. You can't expect government to come in and take you out. You've got to be willing to work at it. So I'm a big believer, if you help yourself, I'll be right there helping you. If you refuse to help yourself, then it's going to be hard to help you and to get you out of poverty.
What motivated you, right? I mean, there were so many things that could have brought you down, but what motivated you to rise above the rest and create an amazing life?
Two families, two foster families, the Myrick family from Auburn, Maine, and the Collins family from Lewiston. They provided me the opportunity to work and encouragement to want to, continue in my schooling, go to college, and I've always wanted to better myself. So it was just a matter of hard work. And I've always had a great work ethic, and that was what made it all work.
So I would imagine that would be what you'd tell young people who are in impoverished situations, that they just need to work extra hard at it, sort of deal.
Well, it's really funny as you say that, because just last week there's a young man who's at Bath Iron Works. They're on strike now, unfortunately, but he was on the picket line, and he sent me an email through a friend. He sent me his contact information, and he said, "You turned my life around. You spoke at Lewiston High School when I was going to school, and your story turned my life around, and I got the ambition to go to work." Now he's a welder at Bath Iron Works, doing very well, as soon as they get back to work, unfortunately. And he's real proud of himself. And so I take a little bit of comfort in someone like that that picks himself up and gives me credit for helping him.
You must feel good when you inspire young people to do better and strive for more than just
I'll tell you,
what's available.
There's a nurse who works in Bangor.
Right.
And she sent me a letter. She said, in 2011, when you were elected, when you took office, I did not vote for you. I hated you. I thought you were I was on welfare. I had 2 children. I thought you were going to take me off welfare and throw me to the dogs. And she said, but by listening to you after you became governor, you inspired me to go to community college, to nursing school. Then I got my RN. Now I'm at, she works in Bangor at the hospital, and she's a full nurse, and she says, I have health insurance, I have a car, my kids, we're not on welfare, we take nothing, we provide for ourselves. And now I'm her hero. So I went from being the bad guy to being the good guy. And so that really makes you proud of yourself and proud of things that you've done, because you've helped a couple of people make it.